All right, so now what I have done here is that I have added new deployments. These are the deployments app 6 and app 7 along with their services. And these are the virtual service. Let us take a look at the virtual service of this one because this is a little new. Now in this virtual service, I have added routes based on headers, which we have not done. We have seen based on host, we have seen weighted round robin. We have also seen based on URI, but this is based on header. So now if you see app 6, hosts is of course app 6, and we mentioned the route in HTTP. So in the HTTP block, we have two routes, app 6 service route and app 7 service route. Now it is similar to the URI that you had done in virtual services lab, but instead of match URI, we have match headers. So I'm saying that whenever the headers match, then route it to this destination. So what is this header? So it means that when any client sends HTTP request, in the header they can mention certain options, some key value pair. And here we'll mention that based on what key and what value, we should direct that HTTP traffic to this service. Now I'm saying here, in the headers, if the key is application and the value is exactly app 6, then route it to app 6. This is the destination, and of course this is the subset or the destination rule. Now similarly for app 7, I'm saying when the headers has a key named application whose exact value is app 7, then route that traffic to app 7 service. One thing to note here is that this application is not a keyword in virtual service or STO. This is the key that we pass in the HTTP header. So this virtual service will match that HTTP header. Based on that traffic, it will send it to app 6. Now these are the new pods, app 6 and app 7, and these are the new services. And this is what I am using. So if you see the first curl statement, I'm passing a value in the header whose key is application and whose value is app 6, and I'm passing it to app 6 service, and this is the URL, of course this is the host. Similarly, in the second curl statement, let me write it in a proper way. All right, so these are the curl statements. Now if you see in the first statement, in the header, I'm passing the key application whose value is app 6, and I'm calling this app 6 service. And the second one, the key is still application, but the value is app 7, and then I'm calling app 6, of course. But in the final one, I'm passing the key in the header as application, and the value is deep, and calling this app 6 service. So the first two should return app 6 and app 7, but the third curl should not return any output. I hope you know that using -h option, you can pass headers, which I had done earlier also using hostname. Anyway, I'll put these commands in the document of the resource section. Let's go ahead and try it. So app 6 and app 7 is giving output, but when I'm passing application as deep, it is not giving any output because it is not matching the virtual service. All right, so this is working as expected, and let's see what Kiali has to show us. This is the Kiali console, and in prod we have 8 applications. Let's take a look one by one. So I'll come back to graph later on. In applications, I have app 1, app 2, app 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and client, which is perfectly fine, and all of them are healthy. In the workloads, we have similar thing. We have deployments, 8 deployments, and we have 8 services also in the services section. So showing question mark, it's showing some error here. So it is saying the configuration is not valid. Why it is not valid? See here, it is complaining about the port name. So it says the port name must follow the protocol-suffix form, and this is what I was talking about earlier in the other file. There I had mentioned name in all the ports, but here, as I have not mentioned, Kiali is showing this error. I'll change it. Then let's go to istio-config, and istio-config, I have this same warning here because we are using the same ingress file. So it is saying that more than one gateway for the same host port is being used. That is fine, we can ignore it. And these are the configurations, all of them are working fine. So we have destination rules, we have virtual services, we can sort by type. So these are all the destination rules. We have app 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destination rules. Then we have only one gateway, only one service entry, and then we have 4 virtual services. Now before going to graph, let us fix the error in the services, because it is saying that the Istio config is not valid, as we have not provided name in the ports section. So I have added this name in the port section of app6 service, and app7 service also I have added this name. And let us go ahead and create the service again. Alright, so I have applied, I have changed the name. Let me show you. So after applying, the error should go away now. Okay, the form is not correct. I should have mentioned the protocol first and followed by app6. Sorry, my bad. Let's go ahead and change it. Alright, I have added it back again. Let's refresh and see whether Istio is complaining, whether Kiali is complaining anymore or not. So the complaining is gone. So it is working fine. Okay, so we have seen services, we have seen workloads. Let's go ahead and take a look at the graph now. And I should have the additional app 6 and app 7. Let me change the graph to app workload graph rather than, and let's see in the traffic animation also. It's not that visible. Let me increase zoom. Okay, so now if you see, these two have been added. So app 6 from some client, it is going to app 6, and then to app 7. From app 7 also it is going to app 7. Okay, so everything is working fine as expected. So we have app 6 and app 7, so which is getting connected from here. This is of course the deployment, and these are the services, and the remaining things are working as usual. We have client, ingress gateway. Let me change the graph to service graph, and then it's a little less busy now. And if we zoom and take a look, so Istio has recognized these two new services. Okay, so let's go to the overview again. Okay, so few other things what you can do in the graph section. So we have this service. Pardon this view because it is pretty small, but these are all services. This is app 1, as you can see. And now what you can do, this is a virtual service also. You can click on this service, do a right click, and then we have these options: show details, show traffic, show inbound matrix, show traces. So let's see in the details of this particular service. Now this is the graph, how the traffic is being coming to this particular service. And then these are the labels that we're using. There are more labels also, like topic Kiali, version as v1. There's the selectors also. So all the 4 labels are being used as selectors. Pretty neat and nice. This is the workload. App 1 is the deployment, and this particular workload or deployment is associated with 2 virtual services. One is app 1 virtual service, and the other one is all app virtual service for ingress gateway. This is fine. Also, it is associated with one destination rule, which is app 1 destination rule. We can view the YAML from here, and we can change the YAML file also. So click on view YAML. This is the YAML file for destination rule, and if you want, we can change something here. Let's say remove it. I'll not do it anyway. You can save and it will be applied. But this change will not go ahead and change the file in your cluster. That will be there. It will be changed only here, and it will be applied. I'll cancel it. Similarly, if we go back, show the details again, and we can see the YAML for the virtual services also for both of them. So let's see one of them. I'll open it in a new tab. And this is the YAML for the virtual service. Of course, we can change here also. So instead of 90%, I can mention 50-50, and then if I save, it will be applied. So let's make it 0 and 100, let's say. So if I save, it will be applied to app 1. So we can make changes from here also. And then we can of course delete. If you go to actions, you can delete this. And as I have changed, the traffic would also change. Let's take a look at the traffic. Traffic to this particular service is coming from client and is going to app 1 destination. These are the inbound metrics over a period of time: request duration, request volume. So we can find out a lot of other info. We can report it from destination or from source. So source is client and destination is app1. So request size, response size, TCP received, TCP sent. Then you have traces also. These are the various traces it is showing. All right. Now in actions, we can delete all traffic routing. I'm not sure whether this is a bug or not. I can create weighted routing, but it is not allowing me to do so. That's fine. Let's go back to the graph again. So if you go to app graph, now this is the app and this is actually the other app. Now if you click here, it will open up here also. Click on show details. I'll open it a new. So you click on show details, it will show you the workload, and this is the graph. So these are the pods, and that's all. There's this traffic. These are the source. So it's coming from app2, coming from client, and coming from Istio Ingress Gateway, which is true. This is the matrix, request volume and time reported from destination. We can change it to source also. It's more or less similar. Then you have outbound matrix also. So there's no outbound traffic as such. Okay, then we have workload graph also. Let's take a look at that. So these are the various services and this is the deployment. You can again do a right click, do show details, and it will take you to the details. This is the workload graph, which is of type deployment. This is the pod. It is related to this service. There are labels, there's traffic information, and interestingly, when you use this workload graph, there's this logs also. So currently it's not finding any log because of course there's nothing that we have done, and the application is very straightforward. So that's why it is not creating any log. So now this is one container in this pod. There's one more container which is Istio proxy. I'll show you Istio proxy in the later video because you can use Istio proxy logs to do some troubleshooting. But instead of typing kubectl get logs, kubectl logs command, you can see the log here also. Now these are the logs from Istio proxy container. So see, it's pretty big. You can see from here what logs it has come, etc, etc. So anyway, I'll show you this in the next video. Similarly, we have inbound traffics and outbound metrics. Now remember, you can see these things not only from graph. You can go to individual options and take a look at it. So in applications, there's no log as such. Click on applications. You'll only see overview, traffic, inbound and outbound metrics. You'll not see the logs in the services also. In services also, it's like traffic, inbound metrics and traces. Traces is there in services. Istio config, you click on, let's say, one of the virtual service and it'll just show you the overview and the YAML file. So you can change the YAML file from here and then apply. But workloads is important because you can get to see a lot of other information. So all these are deployments. Click on any one of the deployment. Then you have additional options of logs. So you can get the logs only in the workloads section. And you can change the container also. So instead of app3 container, you can use Istio proxy. If you're running multiple containers, you can see logs of all the containers. So that's why it is so nice, and you can get everything in a single place. So that's all about Istio. Let us go ahead and take a look at the logs of Istio proxy, which can be very helpful for troubleshooting your virtual services, destination rules, or your application routing in the Istio service mesh.